All right, let's do this. Make sure we're all good to go. All right, guys, welcome to the live. Can everybody hear me? All right, 1 second. What's up, Diane? All right, cool. People are starting to come in. Perfect, perfect. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, you can hear me? Everybody good? I sound fine? All right, perfect, cool, cool. From GA, how's everybody doing? Oh, it is good to be here on another Sunday. What a crazy week it's been. All right, wait for a couple more people to get in and we'll go ahead and get started. I hope everybody's doing well. Man, there's a lot going on right now. We're not going to speak too much on the stuff going on, but we all know what's happening. Oreo cheesecake. That's right. Got to get back on the NCL ship and get some more Oreo cheesecake. We'll probably talk about that later on in the video. From India. Wow. Hope you're doing well. Orleans in the house. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing good so far? All right, we got 56. While you guys are coming in, if you could hit that like button, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I hope everybody's doing well. Seeing a lot of familiar people in the group. Appreciate you guys for consistently watching every Sunday. Thank you so much. Oh, we got a couple people from Jamaica. Nice. Long Island. I love your channel. Thank you. I appreciate that. Fort Myers. Oh, you're not too far from me. About 2 hours away. Tampa Bay. Well, I'll be working back on the cruise ship. I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, I might do it for my YouTube channel. I'll be working on a cruise ship, not for them, if that makes sense. I mean, I would love to do like reviews or something whenever things get back to normal, whatever normal is. All right, we'll get to all the news and questions and all that in a little bit. But first and foremost, guys, I want to apologize. This week has been ridiculously crazy. I'm not gonna get out too much info, but you guys know, like with the economy opening back up and with everything going on, it's just been a really, really, really crazy week, So I think I missed like 2 days. I try to post like every day, but it's a lot of work to put these videos together, research, and I want to make sure I upkeep the quality of my videos. So I've been kind of just not relaxing this week, but I had problems. My dad was in the hospital, and it's just been a crazy week. And then I got shows and stuff coming up, so I had to go to rehearsals, photo shoots, all that stuff. So, but it is good to be back. I'm trying to keep my mind back onto the YouTube channel. So, but I do hope all of you guys are doing well, and I do plan on being a little bit more active this week with my videos. That's the plan. So, and like I said, it's just been a crazy week, but I'm just glad things are back to normal, and I'm happy to see all of you guys. So I know a lot of people are going to be asking about different cruise lines and stuff. I mean, obviously, there hasn't been a ton of new updates, like, in my opinion, that really, really needs to be discussed on. I know there's been some dates moved here and there, and there's stuff going on with the crew. I think my 2 videos that I did this week, I talked about the crew members. I focused on that this week. And I still got to do that video on the Bahamas Paradise cruise line. I'll be having that out either tomorrow or Tuesday, one of the two. So we got more people from India. Wow. Hope you guys are doing well. All over the world in the house. It's cool. Yeah, so like I said, guys, I apologize for this week not putting out a ton of videos, but you guys know life happens. When will we start the cruise? That's still the big question, to be honest. I'm still going for, at the earliest, cruising will start somewhere around October, September, something like that, in my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong because I know everybody's still locked in for that August date, but as the days go by, I'm still trying to figure out how that can happen because, like I say in all my videos, so many things can happen before, or have to happen before they start up in August. Like these ships got to come out of cold layup, first of all, which is going to take weeks. There has to be the crew members that have to get back on board the ships, which is going to be a process. I explained that in one of my videos. So I'm not very optimistic. I still say it. I'm not optimistic about August 1st at all, to be honest with you guys. I don't know how that's going to work out. I don't see how that's possible. Yeah, I know. Canada just shut down their ports in November. So And then Alaska is virtually done for like the rest of the year. How do you know what percentage of the crew have made it home? Nobody really knows. I think over in the Philippines, they've got about 15,000 or something like that from last I've heard off the ship. But a big majority of those people are stuck in hotels until further notice. I got a friend of mine that's been in a hotel for almost a month now. So it's not like a cut and dry 14-day quarantine and then they're just out. It's been a big process. So do you think cruising will start in Europe before the U.S.? I don't know. At first, I did think it was gonna start in Europe because there's just I figure Europe would be the one of the first places to lighten up the cruising situation. But I don't know. The U.S. might start to set the tone for the rest of the world. I think that's possible. Hope your dad is okay. Thank you. Yeah, he's all right. My dad has COPD. If you guys don't know what that is, he has like breathing problems, and then he ended up having pneumonia. So I took him to the hospital, and thankfully he just had pneumonia. He tested negative for the coronavirus. So. Yeah. I just gotta basically, in some ways, I hate to say it, treat him like a kid because he's always trying to go out somewhere, and I told him he can't do it. So, will cruise lines resume operations in August? I'm not optimistic about that. I'm probably gonna repeat it in a lot, today's live stream a lot, but I'm not optimistic whatsoever about August. I'm just being real. It may happen, but I can't see it happening. I don't know how it can. So, and if it does, I don't really see how it's gonna be enjoyable. To be honest, I think there's just going to be so many regulations and new rules and stuff. So we'll just have to see. I think cruise lines should start in January. I mean, I could see that happening. I don't think it will. I think cruise lines, they're going to be in a rush to start operations as soon as they can. But in an ideal world, I mean, I'm trying to get back to cruising as soon as I can. I know a lot of people are trying to get back to cruising. In an ideal world where there wasn't such a haste on everything, I would imagine things would start back in 2021. Like let this year, because this year has been ridiculously crazy. Let this year kind of ride out, right? Get all your operations in order, figure out what you're gonna do, really restructure your system on how you're gonna do things, and then open up in January. But I mean, like most people, like myself too, I would like to cruise as soon as possible, but we also got to think about the health, the health risk and all that are involved. Can't wait to cruise until August on the Carnival Magic. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not optimistic about August. That'd be nice given that they do everything the right way. But we'll see what happens. Exactly, that's what I think too. Yeah, I mean, I can't see it happening. You think they'll be cruising in December? I'm optimistic about that. October, September is definitely my go-to as far as operations. Cruise lines resuming operations because they still have to get a lot of stuff out of the way. Right, you gotta have at least some kind of way for people to get to the ship. Like I know a lot of cruise lines, it's gonna be a phase in and out. Like how we're doing with this lockdown worldwide, cruise lines are gonna have to phase in and out as well. They're gonna have to like figure out, okay, we're gonna do maybe domestically or by region first, and then they'll slowly start to expand and see how things go. Diane, I highly doubt cruising will be enjoyable when it starts up. It won't be a vacation, you're right. It'll be, in a sense, a glorified hospital where you're basically just doing social distancing except you're on a cruise ship now. Will shows be on when they start? They have to be. They have to be. If they don't have shows on board the cruise ship, right, or if they don't have something legitimately going on board the cruise ship, the entire experience is going to fall. Because, like, I mean, yeah, we like being able to go to the ports, but something has to fill those sea days. And if they don't have shows going on, what is everybody really going to do if you think about it? December family cruises booked on the Magic. Will be sad if it doesn't happen. I could see it happening. Like I said, October, September is like my area of where I believe cruising will start. And I think a lot of cruise lines are starting to get pretty, smart to that. Yeah, thanks, Scott. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. I greatly appreciate it. I will never sail if I have to wear a mask or social distance. And that's the thing, the truth is, and a lot of cruise lines are going to try to enforce it, but social distancing will not work on board cruise ships. It can't. I don't think there's anybody out there that can really say exactly how social distancing will work on board cruise ships without ruining the overall experience. Operate at 25% capacity? Yeah, I mean, first of all, the cruise lines aren't going to make a profit. On top of that, it's like being on a ghost ship. I think in some ways, the people kind of make the experience. If there's nobody on board the ship, you're on a ghost ship, you can have fun, you can enjoy yourself, but if they don't have all this stuff going on that you're probably used to, I don't know how that's going to work. Do you think they will nickel and dime for shows, meals? They might. At some point, they might. So, Seaborn will have your Oreo cheesecake. I hope somebody has my Oreo cheesecake. I mean, I've seen it on NCL, so I'm hoping they bring that back. If not, I'm gonna have to kidnap the chef or the baker, whoever makes the Oreo cheesecake on board NCL ships. I'm gonna have to find them, and I hate to say it, guys, don't put me in jail for this, but I have to kidnap them and harbor them here in my apartment and have them make Oreo cheesecake for me whenever I want until I learn how to make the recipe for myself, the way they do it. I don't care about Cheesecake Factory and how they do it. I want the way they do it. Mocha muffins. I've never had that before. The US will set one tone for the rest of the world. Always has and always will. I agree. I agree. America is a very interesting place, but one thing nobody can deny, as far as influence around the world in a lot of different categories, not all, America does set the tone for a lot of things. And with cruising, something like that's entertainment-wise, something that's leisure, I could see the cruise line setting the tone for the rest of the world. I definitely could. When cruise lines get back, do you think they would just hire some new personnel or just call in the previous crew back? It'll be a mixture of both. Because obviously, you know, the world is rocked right now. The cruise ship industry is rocked. They're going to have to restructure. A lot of crew members aren't going to want to work on cruise ships anymore. On top of that, if they decide to do, you know, budget cuts and payroll cuts, some people won't go back for the simple fact that they won't be able to make the money that they were making before all this happened. I think that's inevitable. A lot of people are saying there won't be pay cuts, but I've seen it happen, right? Because the employees in every single business, we are the most expensive thing. We're the biggest expense a business has, which is the same reason why crew members are from like developing countries. It costs a lot of money. Would I work on a cruise ship again? I don't mind answering this question because I know I get asked it a lot. If the money was right, I don't plan on it. I don't want to continue leaving I've been doing this doing contracts for like 10 years now. Even before cruise ships, I was leaving for like 6 months out of the year every year. And people don't understand how taxing that is on your body, on your mental state, on your real lifestyle back at home. Because like you go on a cruise ship contract, it's minimum like for a lot of people 6 months, unless you're like a senior officer or something like that on board. You have to drop your life. And then you go on the ship, you're in this little fantasy world, right? You can hook up with all the people from around the world. You don't have bills, and then you get plopped back at home after 6 months, and now you got to restart your life all over again. It's a process. So, Scott, I don't know if you can attest to that, man. I mean, it's a process in between contracts, and some people can't survive. That's why there's some people that'll be on a cruise ship contract, and they'll work on a cruise ship for like 17, 18 years because they're so out of touch with like the real world, they don't know how to live in it anymore. So it's a process. Like it takes, like when you get on the ship, it takes like, I don't know, after you get off, at least minimum like a month to readjust when you get off that ship, right? You gotta go catch up with people. You gotta get established with your job, your bills. It's a lot. It really is. Sir, you have been offered a contract on the playcast and was supposed to start in rehearsals in June. And will the same people who offered contracts, same people who were offered contracts get them from different countries? Hold on, I'm a little confused. Like, will the same people get the same contracts? Contracts are going to change for sure. Contracts are definitely going to change no matter what department anybody's in. Because the structure overall for cruising, just like the rest of the world, right? Everybody's talking about the new normal. There's going to be a new normal with the cruise ship industry as well. That is inevitable. Things are going to have to change. Like, remember when the Costa Concordia sank or whatever? Like, it almost sank. It just, you know, it literally rocked the entire cruise ship industry. And from that day forward, virtually every single crew member that wasn't like a specialty contractor was now part of the safety crew. And that's how it's been ever since. Even when I was in entertainment, I still have to go to the safety. I had to go to the safety drills and stuff like that. Even though they know damn well I wasn't, well, I just cussed, whatever. They knew full well that I probably wasn't going to be much help. You know what I mean? Because I don't know all the maritime rules. They didn't teach us a lot. They just said, here, well, you just got to help direct the guest in the event of emergency, which I can do, but you get my point. You know, some people would probably just not even help if there was a real emergency. They look out for themselves. So, all right, let's see. What's your opinion on cruise lines? Do they get rid of the buffet eating? I feel weird about the buffets, you know, because I like the buffets. I think it's a good idea, right? But they got to go a certain way about it. They have to. Like, if I personally, I agree with, let's say, just having the crew members serve the food, right? It'll take out the initial effect of a buffet, but you still have your buffet. You know what I mean? I think that if they try to turn it into like another restaurant on board, even if they're operating at, say, like 50% capacity or anything like that, it's still going to cause problems because there are going to be people on board with families and whatnot. If they go with that, a lot of kids just want, you know, to be able to get what they want. And if everybody got to sit there, order, wait for the waiter to order the food, come back with the food, it's gonna, that's a big part of the cruising experience. I think a lot of people look forward to like the buffets on your general cruise, and like a typical cruise. I'm not talking about like a higher class like Oceania or something like that. All right, let me see. What did you say, Scott? If cruise served the food, it would be fine. Yeah, yeah. But the thing is, I know a lot of like Royal Caribbean. They talked about not having the buffet, and then they reneged on it. I got to read up on that article. But the thing is, if they were to get rid of that, it would just like destroy a big part that people really like about the cruising industry. But they're also trying to be careful with their words because the CDC also has to approve of how they're going to be doing the food on board. I saw this morning that the muster drills done by celebrity are supposed to be virtual. That'd be interesting. That would. Which kind of makes sense. I mean, I can see it being possible if they can actually make it, legitimate. Like airlines, we don't, they don't actually have us do like some realistic emergency situation. Everything's virtual because it makes things a lot easier. Or they have the flight attendants demonstrate what's going on. All right. Business-wise, what options would a cruise line company have if not to sail with clients? I don't know. Maybe sit at the docks and, and rent out the cruise ship as a hotel. I don't know. They don't really have a lot of options, to be honest. With the exception of like Disney or maybe Virgin or something like that, you don't. That's why you don't really see a lot of cruise lines diving into other ventures because it's hard to have so many different segments. It's you can't do it. That's why a lot of cruise lines they have cruising, and that's like their entire infrastructure. That's their entire business model. You don't see a Carnival cruise line and a Carnival theme park or whatever, which is limiting their options. All right. Sorry, did you understand my question? I'm from the UK. I've done 3 show contracts, supposed to be in rehearsals. Now I will wait. Oh, now will I still get the contract? Oh, I mean, as far as that goes, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I truly believe that unfortunately, some shows on board cruise ships are probably going to go dark, meaning they're not going to have the show anymore. But the thing is, for the most part, they will. From what I understand, like the show that I did on NCL, right? That show is apparently coming back, and they may consider extending the contracts, right? Same with a lot of the other shows. As far as entertainment, yeah, they're gonna have some form of entertainment, but they may cut down on the staff or the cast. They may cut down on the choreography. It depends. It depends on what style of show is going on. Scott, Darrow, consult your government's tax code. American cruise, hold on, cruise are the only ones that get taxes taken off. Yeah, exactly. So that's a weird, touchy subject. You gotta consult your local government and see what their taxation codes are and rules and regulations are regarding that matter. All right. I sail on cruise lines all my life, and I would like to go back for fun. Yeah, I think we all would, to be honest with you. We definitely all would, but we just have to kind of wait and see. Is now a good time to apply for work on a cruise ship? No, I mean, if things are looking bright, I guess within the next couple weeks, you might get lucky. Because I think it's going to be when the cruise lines come back, it's going to be a good mixture of returning crew members and new crew members. But a lot of people that want to work on cruise ships may end up getting a lot more than they bargained for, in my personal opinion, because again, a lot of things are definitely going to change on board the ships, right? There may be a lot more work. Actually, I'm sure of it. There's going to be a lot more work for the crew. Right? Everybody's heard of the amazing times that working on board cruise ships are like. Things are probably going to change, and then that leisure time that you have, that downtime that you have, may actually change on board the ship. Thanks, Rob. Yeah, if you guys could hit the like button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, shout out to my amazing moderators. I appreciate you guys so much. Vaping Rob, we got Scott and Diane, guys. They are amazing, and they're holding it down. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. All right. If a cruise is fully booked, fully booked, how will they determine what 60% will cruise? You're right. See, I mean, a lot of the guys, I think I saw Don or somebody else talking about that. How will they do it? That right there is a big question. Like, are they gonna have to, do some type of, I guess, financial discrimination, right? If let's say you're with the NCL and you end up getting on if you end up getting in the Haven, right? Do you have precedence over somebody that got a regular standard cabin? How does that work? That's something I'm extremely curious about. I don't know how they're going to weed it down because, whenever they decide what the percentage is, they're going to have a ton of people trying to probably use their travel credit or their cruise credit. I don't know what's going to determine that. I'm assuming they might start, maybe just like kind of figure out who's paying the most. It'd be a crappy way to do it, but I could see that happening. As for the birthday, breakfast for all will be overwhelmed. Yeah, I mean, I think any standard eating time, whatever your breakfast, the typical breakfast lunch hours are like 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Same with lunch, around like 1 a.m. Dinner all around is going to be busy. I don't know how they're going to manage that if they turn everything into like a restaurant style or you got to get a reservation. I don't think that could work. I really don't. When is the best time to ask for my back? I'm cruising in December. Ask for your what? I'm sorry, I think there was like a mistype on that message. After cruising starts again and people go through health screenings but get sick once on board, do you think they'll close cruising down again? Oh yeah, I think it's going to, it just depends, right? If it's an isolated incident where a specific cruise line, they're first gonna like maybe shut down that ship, possibly shut down a couple other ships, and then it just depends. If the spread starts again, yeah, they're gonna come with a lot of problems. If the entire cruise ship industry shuts down again, I don't know what's going to happen. I hope that doesn't happen. I really do, for the sake of myself too, because I have like my YouTube channel, like, you know what I mean? Like you can only do so much, but the cruise industry, it's like they're kind of on that, I don't want to say last thread, but if they get another strike, meaning they have people on board with another outbreak or another set of viruses on board, it could, cost big for a lot of cruise lines, I hope that doesn't happen, but I think that's why they're also being extremely cautious with their movements. They don't want to bring people back on board the ship, and then somebody gets on board the ship and they're showing symptoms, and then now, it'll just cause mayhem with the cruise ship industry, and then they'll be in even deeper trouble than they are right now, rather. Let's see. When is the next time to ask for your money back? I'm cruising in December. I mean, if you want your money back, you should probably look into it now. I mean, the thing is with a lot of cruise lines, they're not letting people get like their refunds. From what I've seen, they're not offering like cash refunds. They're starting the process of that until they actually announce that date has been canceled. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I've seen. If you're a cruise, like the dates, let's say they cancel, your cruise is in December, I think you may have to wait until they cancel from, let's say, like November 1st to like December 31st, and then they'll allow you to, look at your options. But I think for right now, it just depends on the line. Some are like Royal Caribbean, they're offering that lift and switch. Then some, like they're giving you an option to get the refund, but you gotta file for the refund before a certain date if you want it. Otherwise, you gotta stick with the future cruise credit. It just depends. I'm stuck in London for 2 months. What do you mean stuck in London? Are you in quarantine? What does that mean? You're stuck in London. Had to cancel 3 cruises and actually got 3 back already. Three refunds back? Did you get them back fast? What line are you with? Let's see what you got, Rob. That's true. If your cruise has been canceled, then they will refund you. Up until September, you can change and cruise free of charge and on a new date. Okay, yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, so here's the thing. We had a complete screw up, and it's on my fault with me not being a very tech savvy guy. Today, I was originally going to do a live, like a FaceTime pretty much with my moderator, Rob. Rob, what do you want? Can I call you Rob, or do you want me to call you Vaping Rob, just so we keep the name the same? But one of my moderators and I, he's a travel agent over in the UK. We were going to do a live stream just to answer questions and talk about everything going on his, with his perspective as a travel agent. So we couldn't figure out how to do it. I tried the best I can. Okay, Rob, it's fine. I tried to figure out how to do it, and it really just didn't work out, unfortunately. So we may just do a separate episode sometime this week if that works for you guys. So he can give you his knowledge to the best of his ability on what's going on travel agency wise, because he has a little bit more understanding on that area than I do. Like the only thing I know about the cancellations and stuff is the stuff that I typically find on the internet or stuff that I find from people that work on board cruise ships that work for them, people like Rob. So, we'll definitely have that sometime this week. Hopefully earlier rather than later. I'm trying to aim for like maybe tomorrow, or more than likely it'll be Tuesday. The boot will help solve the tech issue. I hear that. We need to, yeah. We definitely need to consult the boot man. Royal Caribbean, NCL, and Carnival. Oh wow! And you got your money back from all of them that quickly? Wow. All right, hey bro, I'm a crew member. Can you please tell me about some resuming cruise? What do you mean? Like you want to know the dates when they're gonna start? Because to be honest with you, I don't know any more than you do. Lift and ship was available from suspensions. The Royal Caribbean announced on May 20th. Yeah, so they have to. The thing is with the cancellations and even lift and shift and all that stuff, cruise lines are being very specific about their times that you can apply for the refunds. They're being very specific about the dates that you can do the lift and shift and cancel and take the future cruise credit. So it just depends. You're doing a real good job going live. I appreciate you. Must be a good feeling. Getting more comfortable. Yeah, that's the thing, man. It is a lot being on live, and just even when I'm recording my videos, it takes a lot. Yeah, like to sit here and talk to a camera for like when I do my videos, to write the script and do the research, it usually takes a couple hours, and then to finally put everything together is the worst. It's fun, but at the same time, it's like I have to get everything right, and it's like I might say a sentence and then I'll enunciate wrong, and then I got to go back and redo it again, and then I got to hear it again, and it's a process. And then the editing, and don't get me started on that. It's a real process, and I don't think a lot of people realize the work that goes into even making a 10-minute video. I'm talking about hours. Like I think the quickest it'll take me to do a video when I do them during the week is usually around like 5-6 hours minimum. Like, and that's everything. But like minimum, it's like 5-6 hours to do a video. So it's like I gotta really like mentally prepare. And there's some days like this week where I got other personal things going on. And it's like it gets hard to focus. It really does. All right. How much do you think? How much do you think has the U.S. presidential race played into cruise shutdown? I don't think it played anything. I don't think politics have played anything into the cruising industry. I really don't. Like there was that whole, situation with Trump and the president of who was it, Carnival, about them being buddies and whatnot, or the CEO. I don't think politics have played a part in the cruising industry. The coronavirus has played a part. The CDC has played a part. And all the other cruise lines involved have all played a huge role. I don't think the presidency or anything like that is involved whatsoever. You're doing a wonderful job. Keep going. Thanks, Alan. I appreciate you. Barry, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. All right, got RCL, NCL waiting on Carnival. Okay, wow. Well, I hope you get everything figured out soon. I mean, at least they're cooperating with you. I've heard people that are still waiting. They've been waiting like 2 months to get their refunds. I just got another one about an hour ago. They're very aggressive. Oh, that's not for me. Okay, that's for Rob. I'm so confused. Okay, Daryl. I'm not sure if it's not fun and all the time, but we appreciate your channel and all you do, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean the thing is, as much as I enjoy doing this, there are like, let's say when I talk about, let's say a crew member that's unfortunately like committed suicide or something like that, or something bad happens. Even lately, there's just like these past couple months have been so negative, and I don't enjoy talking about this stuff. I really don't. But the thing is, with my channel, I try to be realistic because nothing against the other YouTubers. But the truth is, a lot of them are either affiliated with the cruise line in some type of way, or they're travel agents. And it's like, I'm not saying they promote their travel agency or anything like that, but they're gonna air more so on the for cruising, which means you'll never really hear them say anything bad for the most part about what's going on in the cruise ship industry. You won't see the real side, because they're trying to, just kind of keep things optimistic as it can. Now, don't get me wrong. We do need things to be optimistic, and we got to stay positive, but we can't ignore reality at the end of the day. I'm a very realistic person. I'm a very cut and dry person, and I think that's more important than anything. Like I'm usually a pretty optimistic, goofy person at times, but I try to give you guys as much logical information as I can and be real, because I know that's why a lot of you guys are here. Can you make money from your agency for recruitment? Or maybe you can make money for your agency for recruitment. What do you mean? I mean, I don't work for an agency. I don't have an agency. I just have this YouTube channel. That's it. Thanks for telling us the truth. You do a great job. I appreciate that. I do my best. I really do. A lot of people don't like it, but on your Facebook page, Matt posted, when cruising resumes, if and when someone passenger or crew tests positive, what will happen even if it's made public? Will everyone on board have to be tested? Yeah, I believe we'll go right to the same situation that happened on these other ships when the passengers were on board. Everybody will have to be tested. They won't let them back into port unless the CDC is involved waiting for them to be tested. It's going to be a process. It really is. If anybody gets the virus on board the ship after cruising resumes, it's going to be a big problem, to say the least. Felicia, I ordered a blue and pink hoodie. Can't wait to get it. Yeah, all the stuff is mailed out, guys. So depending on your location and where you are, it'll take maybe, I don't know, 7 to 10 business days to get to you. But I've sent out everybody's stuff. So I gotta finish putting in the confirmation numbers and all that for everybody. But yeah, everything else is done. So keep with the good work. Thank you. I appreciate that. C. Johnson, where have you been, man? God, I look forward to you. I try to find your comments in the videos. Let me see. I got in this chat late. I have heard many of the cruise lines mention what's going on with Disney. That's a good question. You know, honestly, lately, from what I've seen, if anybody knows different, Disney has kind of been in the dark. I haven't really heard anything about Disney. But the thing is, Disney is also affiliated with their parks. I think they're more focused on the parks rather than the cruise line. So they just kind of, you know, they're just kind of waiting in the cut. I think I saw them saying they were going to resume. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think I saw them saying they were going to resume on like July 29th or something like that. They're just like how they have been. Whenever Royal Caribbean, Carnival, Norwegian put a date out, they try to be just a day or so before that. So I haven't heard anything new. If anybody's heard anything new, I might have to look that up. I haven't heard anything crazy with Disney. I know a lot of people ask about Disney and they ask about MSC. Both of those lines are being pretty quiet for the most part. I think they're just trying to wait to see what the heavy hitters do, and then they'll just kind of move forward from there. Yeah, crazy times in the industry, crazy times in the world right now. Man, I don't know what's going on. It's insane. It really is. All right. Hey, can you comment more? Hold on, more than once per super chat? What do you mean? Can I comment more than once? What do you mean about that? Anita, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. $10. Thank you. Wow. Seriously, thank you. Everybody that supports the channel, I really appreciate you. You guys have no idea how much it means. It really does, especially to supporting the channel, because right now, like, I'm making like zero on making these videos because with this pandemic, the advertisers aren't really so quick to pay for advertisement on YouTube, and they're not really, you know, they're not paying out right now. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Carnival Cruise Lines canceled my cruise. It went down, so I got. Okay, you got money? Good, good. It's really good. Best cruise channel. Thank you from Copenhagen. Thank you so much. No, I don't know about the best. I just try to be honest. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, Disney is not operational at this point. Just opened downtown. Parks are closed. No dates on cruises yet. Yeah, I was just in Orlando yesterday. I had a photo shoot for this company that I work for. Yeah, that place is on lockdown. So that's the thing. I think cruise lines, Disney cruise lines, you ain't gonna hear much for them until you hear about their parks. My personal opinion. Any info of when they'll be able to make essential crew changeover? What do you mean a changeover? Like get them off or like change them out? Is that what you're asking? Because if that's the case, essential crew will probably stay until they unfortunately bring operations back up. Let's see. I'm waiting to do the opposite of Disney. Virgin bumped up to its Rockstar suite. Nice. Yeah, I want to get on. I really do want to get on Virgin like ASAP. Let's see. What'd you put, Rob? MSC has authorized you to change your cruise if it's booked up until September. They're also offering 125% on future cruise credit certificates. Okay, that's good. I mean, that's a nice update. Expect it. I appreciate you as a travel advisor. I am stressed beyond belief. I unsubscribe from everybody else's channel. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, a lot of people will say, like, in the comment sections that they prefer, like, being real as opposed to being optimistic. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not faulting La Lita Loca. I'm not faulting, you know, Bruce. I mean, I think Bruce is probably the realest one out of the group. He also has a lot of intel. You know, I'm not faulting Don, anybody like that. You know, we got to stay optimistic in this situation because obviously, you know, when you think of the mindset of cruising, it's an optimistic thing to do. It really is. So nobody likes hearing negative things. I think you guys, for everybody that's here that has been watching like my videos when I first started being real about what's going on and showing you guys like secretive stuff that's going on board cruise ships, people got so angry at me. They really did. And they were like, oh, you're just trying to tear down the industry. You're just angry because you got fired or something like that. It was crazy. It really was. But I think we just got to be real. You know, I'm not saying anything against the industry. I'm going to cruise as soon as they open back up. Matter of fact, if that Bahama cruise, that Paradise cruise opens up, I'm going because it's in Miami. It's not far away from me. I'm going to jump on that if they really do open up on July 25th, and I'm going to go check it out, and I'm going to record, do like maybe a vlog. Hopefully I don't suck at vlogging. I've never really done, I've done like 2 vlogs. So we'll see what's going on. We'll see what's going on with that. But I think we got to be realistic. Optimistic, yes. I hope cruising returns as soon, you know, sooner rather than later. But look at what's going on in the world right now, right? Unfortunately, it's like you can only be so positive. And if I were to post about positive stuff 24/7, people wouldn't watch because they know I'm just creating some facade or an illusion of something that's not really happening right now. You know, I'm not trying to drag negativity down. I always try to be somewhat optimistic and positive in my videos, but we got to be real. So that's how it has to be. All right, I mean, at one point, Central crew have to go home and be replaced possibly before the rest of the crew rejoins. I think it'll happen as soon as the cruise lines begin to open back up. And whenever they start the transfer of bringing crew back, they'll probably switch out the crew members just to make it one smooth transition. I don't think them doing it right now is going to help anybody. It's going to make things a little bit worse because that means that the Central crew then have to be repatriated, and then they got to find a way to get more Central crew back on. It kind of defeats the purpose of what's going on right now, and it'll make things a lot more difficult for the cruise lines. All right, let's see. Who could ever get angry at you? You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. You really would. Like people are very interesting. You know, like I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a people watcher, especially when I'm on cruise ships. But the thing about people is that for one, they don't want to hear negativity. And the thing is, like, if they see a face, right? Like they see my face, it gives them a reason to talk directly to me if they can. By that, in the comments section. Like if I did, let's say, what Traveling with Bruce does, and I just did a voiceover, I wouldn't have as much hateful comments. But that's the truth. But people see my face and they're like, oh, look at this guy. He probably doesn't even cruise. He looks like somebody that got fired or something. That's how people are, unfortunately. You know what I mean? But I don't mind. You know what I mean? I enjoy talking about this stuff. I hate that I have to talk about these specific subjects, but it has to be talked about. At the same time, like, I don't think it's a bad skill to be, slowly getting comfortable on camera. Like my older videos, I was horrible on camera. I enjoy the intimacy of actually being here and talking with you guys, or even feeling like I'm talking with you guys when I make my video. So, all right, let's see. Felicia, thank you so much for the super chat. You've already got two. You've already got two hoodies from me. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you. Let's see. Shocking. People get angry with you. You're a good guy. I try. You know what I mean? Nobody's perfect. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not like, I've made my mistakes like everybody else, right? Nobody's perfect. I do my best to just kind of, be the best human that I could be, I guess you could say. But that doesn't mean I'm doing everything right. But I just also try to look at things from multiple perspectives. Unfortunately, some people don't do that. They look for that they look, they got tunnel vision. They got their one way that they think. And automatically, if I talk about, being real, I'm wrong. And that's how it is. Let's see. One of the most enjoyable parts of cruising is meeting new crew members from all over the world. Thank you for bringing the real deal to the cruisers. No, thank you. I believe in that too. Like the one thing I love after traveling all over the world, I love meeting new people, especially people that come from a completely different world that I'll never really understand, like a different country. I enjoy it. I really do. I really do. All right, let's see. I heard that cruise lines are planning to start cruising at 60% occupancy. Do you think it will drastically change the cruise prices moving forward? And how do you super chat for a donation? I don't, like, there should be the thing is like, if somebody can help, I think it's on the bottom right for the super chat, something like that. Or it should be like a $sign. You can click on it and you can send in a super chat. As far as, sorry, lost train of thought here. Get back over here. I mean, at 60%, yeah, it's inevitable. At some point, the prices will go up. They're going to have to bring people in, so the prices could be somewhat decent coming, or it could go opposite. The prices could be expensive when they come back for the people that haven't bought, that haven't booked cruises, and then they're going to wait for things to kind of stabilize, and then they're going to bring in their deals to really bring people in, and once people start trusting cruise lines again. Because the deals can only go so far if people don't trust going on a cruise right now. So they might wait. They might have expensive first, and then when the time is right, they're going to say, all right, we're going to bring in the wow deals and the bargains that people can't resist, because people understand cruising safe now and whatever. I think it's going to be more so like that. It could be. All right. Let's see. Real is always better. You provide great information. Keep pushing. Thank you. I do my best. Like, I know some episodes may not cater to certain people, and I'm fully aware of that, but there's just certain stuff that I believe has to be put out. I can't be a reporter every single day. I can't be this talking about deals and everything else every single day. It depends, And I don't just talk about whatever I want, but I try to do my best to hit every demographic of people. I talk about what's going on with the crew. I try my best to the best of my ability to talk about what's going on with the cancellations, even though I only know what I've gotten from, let's say, travel agencies and the internet. You know what I mean? So it's just, I have my strong points just like everybody else, which is the same reason why you don't see Bruce or Don or Lalita Loca or any of those other cruise ship YouTube channels talking about what's going on with the crew, because that's my area. So let's see. All right. I yeah, lost my track here. Love your videos, very realistic approach. I appreciate that. Yeah, you're right. Not everybody will agree. That's just life, right? I could talk about whatever I want, and somebody, no matter what I talk about, somebody's gonna like it, somebody's gonna hate it. That's life, right? Especially on YouTube. And the comment section is a very dangerous place. It's a toxic place. It really is. The dollar sign behind. Oh, okay. Thanks, Scott, for letting somebody know. Do you work during hurricane season, which, by the way, is upon us? I mean, yeah, cruising still go out during hurricane season. Like, we got so much technology now you can avoid. Anubis Samuel, thank you for the 100. I don't know what that. Somebody help me, please. What's 100 DOP? I'm not sure how that correlates into dollars. But thank you for the super chat. I don't really care how much it is. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you for supporting my channel. All right, let's see. Christine W, big super chat. Oh, okay. Thank you. Hello. Thanks for your channel. I'm a crew member, and I will be home right now, and I'm waiting for the moments to come back to do the best of my guests. Yeah, we appreciate any crew members. We really do. The crew members work harder, harder than they should, to be honest. They don't get enough praise, in my opinion. Let's see. C. Johnson. I was amazed at the number of hours and different jobs that the crew worked. Yeah, they work a lot. And I saw my initial servers in the initial boarding, at my meals, and on private islands, to name a few spots. Yeah, I explained this in my videos. The cruise lines are typically understaffed, right? A lot of the crews, that's why you see a lot of crew members doing so many different things, right? Even if there's the full amount of crew members on board, like for example, when I was on the Norwegian Escape, there was, 18, just shy, a couple hundred shy of 2,000 crew members on board the NCL Escape. You'll see everybody doing multiple jobs. You will, and it's because the cruise lines are understaffed. There's so much that needs to get done around the clock, and it's impossible to have enough crew to do it all. So that's why. So I'm really interested to see what happens with the crew. Oh, Dominican pesos. Oh, okay. Well, either way, thanks, Rob, for the clarification. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. I was saying somebody gave you a big. Oh no, I think. I mean, I don't care about the size, but it was Dominican. It was in Dominican, not dollars. But thank you, Christina. Or Christine, sorry. All right. It's better to be aware than unaware. Thank you. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Right? We can be naive all day, but when it comes back on us, then what? Right? Look at what's going on with this pandemic right now. People didn't really talk about a lot of things, and now look at what we're dealing with. It's the same thing with the finances, right? If people don't study financial education, when times like this happen, nobody's got money saved, and everybody's broke. You know what I mean? And I'm not correlating that to any particular person, but that's how it is, right? And it's sometimes no fault to anybody's own. But if the information's put out there and you just automatically just become ignorant to it and say that it's not true, I don't know what else I can tell anybody. I really don't. So, you know what I mean? Like it's really interesting how a lot of people's minds are. And I'm not saying anybody's right or wrong, because at the end of the day, everybody has their own thought process. Everybody has their own way of thinking. And to a sense, everybody's kind of would be considered crazy to somebody else's mind, right? Me starting a YouTube channel, people said I'm crazy for getting on my phone and recording, right? People would say somebody's crazy for working the 9-to-5 lifestyle and not starting their own business, right? Everybody has their own thought process, mindset, and a reason why they do things. And I think a lot of people lose track of that. And, that's what I like about being on the ship. You're around so many different people with so many different perspectives. And I think that alone, outside of just like regular traveling, like let's say taking a plane to another country, is going to change your entire perspective, because you're seeing through many perspectives, and a lot of people aren't willing to do that, especially the people that are cruising and are just kind of like diehard cruisers. They won't listen to anything that I say, because if they have their mind made up about how they think about cruising or the crew or anything like that, whether they really know what's going on or not, I'm automatically in the wrong. So that's how it is. I've seen my cabin stewards in the halls at 6 a.m. and then, at 11 p.m. Yeah, I'm telling you, some people have like a 3-hour break in between each shift, and they're working like 12-hour days, sometimes more. It's like that. It really is. Christine W, thank you so much. She says, thank you for keeping it real. Don't mind the haters. I don't mind. The only thing, I actually look out for the haters, because if I don't have haters on my page, I'm doing something wrong, right? The times when my YouTube channel, for example, is doing the greatest is when people are saying all the hateful comments. And that's just how it is, because that's just telling me YouTube is promoting my channel to a bunch of people that have never seen my video before. And they may see me talk about a subject, and they don't realize that I worked on a cruise ship. They don't realize that I have friends that are on cruise ships. They don't realize I have the information that I do, or that I'm speaking the way I speak, because I'm open to the situation, and I'm not just hating on cruise ships. I might do something talking about how, let's say, the crew members are possibly a lot of them are going to get laid off. People automatically say, oh, he's bashing cruise lines. And I'm like, no, this is one isolated particular video that I decided to talk on because it's a real thing right now. So, it is what it is. You can't please everybody. How can I order a hoodie? It'll be, if you look, it won't be up until after this video processes, but if you look at my other videos, look in the description, you'll see a link to my website, and you can order a hoodie from there. Any word to Pride of America yet? No, Pride of America will probably just follow the same rules and regulations as any regular NCL ship, or depending on how things are going with Hawaii, they may start after, NCL resumes operations. So they're either going to start with the same time or they're going to start after. I think personally, it comes down to the CDC's rules and what the Hawaiian governments decide to do, right? Because, NCL can't overrule what the entire state of Hawaii decides to do. Impossible. So we got to look at that. All right, 95 likes. Yeah, you're right, guys. Can we get 100 likes, please? Oh, we got 99. We need one more. Somebody hit that like button if you haven't already. I greatly appreciate it. How can I order a hoodie? Just look at one of my older videos. I always have the link to my store, my online store in my videos. So if it's not there yet, because this is a live stream, it has to like re-upload and, process and then post. Look at one of my older videos. It'll be right there. All right, Justin is wondering if you're going to do a live stream from the Tampa port. Yeah, I am. I just don't see the point in doing it right now because there's no ships. But if you guys want me to do a live stream from the port, just let me know. I mean, or would you rather wait for cruise lines to start back up? Because I don't want to make it a thing where I'm just like taking you guys over there just to go see nothing. Let me know what you guys want me to do about that. I should have done it whenever the cruise ships were sitting there, but I didn't know how the audience would take me going on an adventure. And on top of that, I didn't have the audio at the time. So we have 100. Yeah, we got 113. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Let's aim for 150. Let's keep it moving. Why not? Any idea about Virgin Voyage recruitment? It'll be a while, right? Because Virgin is a brand new cruise line. They have no idea really what they are yet. And I'm sure they were probably pretty specific about the crew that they hire. So for the most part, with the exception of people that don't want to come back, they're going to hire the same crew. I think it'll be like that, unless they do like some real strict interviews. All right, what line did you work on, and what do you think of RCL? I work for NCL. Honestly, Royal Caribbean, I've only been on that ship a handful of times, and my friends got me like a private tour, I guess you could say. I really thoroughly think that Royal Caribbean has some of the best ships out there as far as diversity. So, all right, let's see what else we got. If you find hold on. If you find the phone like button, post instructions. I've always come back to PC because I can't find the like button. I think it's somewhere. I think if you have the phone, horizontal, maybe you have to just turn it vertical. Yeah, maybe. Just throwing that out there. Oh, okay, if you come out of the chat, you can see the like button. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it. All right. Am I on Facebook? Yeah, I got a Facebook group. I'm on Facebook. I don't really use my Facebook, to be honest with you. I'll post something every now and then on my personal Facebook, but I typically only get on Facebook to talk about the ship life stuff. Whenever I upload a video, I'll upload it to my personal Facebook account, and then I'll put it on my ship life group. So just join my group if you want to talk with me on Facebook. That'd probably be the best way. Or you can add me. It doesn't matter. Hit me up on, Facebook Messenger. I was impressed with MSC. Did Seaside awesome shit. Yeah, I've heard a lot about MSC. I know a lot of people are still waiting to see what they're going to do. But, same with the cruise lines. Nobody really knows for sure. So how you guys feel about these August 1st dates? I mean, personally, I'm not too optimistic, and I'm not trying to be negative, but I'm not too optimistic about the August 1st. But I know a lot of people have cruises. How do y'all feel about that? Vikings just cancel until August 31st. I'm not surprised. I mean, they were one of the first people to cancel, period. So still too soon? Yeah, I agree. Oh, thank you, Colleen. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Rob. I don't think August is realistic. I don't either. Yeah, Nibbles, I really don't. I don't think August is realistic. How's the party life on Royal Caribbean? So a lot of my friends were working for Royal Caribbean before I worked for a cruise line, period. And like a lot of them are dancers, so I would go hang out with them in Miami. Like a lot of my friends, I'd just go kick it with them at we call it the prison, but it was like, it's a old, Florida International University, FIU. They gave Royal Caribbean like a set of dorms, older dorms, and the parties over there are insane. It's a wild time. It really is. So I on the ship, my friends told me that it's crazy because unlike NCL, they're actually allowed to get liquor and yeah, their parties are probably 10 times better than what's on NCL as far as the crew. That's why I booked the cruise in summer 2021. Smart idea. 2021 is a lot safer. All right, I'm hoping August 1st is doable. I do too, but we'll just have to wait and see. What's your opinion on charters going in November or later? I mean, charters I could see happening. Less, or what do you mean charters? Sorry, I'm thinking about like smaller ships as far as charters. What do you mean charters in November? All right, let's see. Wow, what do you mean, Christine? Wow, I prefer Royal Caribbean than NCL. I know a lot of people do. NCL is kind of like, and I guess it's something that you have to kind of really be down for. Royal Caribbean, in my opinion, is probably the most versatile. Like, it gives you the most variety on board. So, where is the ship chartered by a company? What do you mean, Robert? You talking to me or are you answering to somebody else? Let's see. Book for Symphony in 2021. Safe bet. 2021 is definitely. I don't. Maybe I'm just weird. Maybe I procrastinate too much, but I can't. Okay, thanks, Rob. I can't imagine holding off like or setting up a reservation for a cruise like 2 years from now. The glow party on NCL was lit. Yeah, the glow party was all right. It was. I didn't personally enjoy it. I went to a couple glow parties because we had it on the ship like every week, and I would crash it. And it was okay. It just depends on the crowd, really. All right. I was expecting to start working on a brand new Iona. Oh wow, yeah, that's a nice ship by the way. The cruise is when they resumed. I heard it was on dry up. Do you have any news on it? I don't. I was starting to read an article earlier today. I got so sidetracked, but I think who was that? Check out Bruce. And you know what I mean, I don't mind. He already did a video, I believe, on the Iona, and I think they're delaying. From what I saw, they're delaying the ship from being out. It's still in dry dock. All right. While charter ship is on the Mariner, a group cruise is already booked. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm an old head. All right, Christina. I mean, I don't. It just depends. I think just cruise lines just vary depending on ship and where they're going. There's just so many factors that determines like it's personal preference when it comes to liking a ship, in my opinion. All right, let's see. Iona's still in dry dock. Yeah, yeah. That's something I thought they put a delay on it. They haven't released a date yet. Last time I checked. All right, great show. I've been starting to follow you probably a month ago. I'm a board member with Royal Caribbean and Celebrity Cruise Line, special needs passenger. Wow, for special needs passenger, that's amazing. Wow, I'm sure there's never a dull moment. I'm sure you enjoy what you do. Thank you for doing that. I'm sure everybody there, is lucky to have you. All right, Leah's Choice. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. $10 super chat. Thank you. I gotta figure out how people do like the little horns and buttons and stuff when somebody sends a super chat. I swear I'm missing something. I gotta figure that out. I'm gonna do some research because I want to have like a cool boat horn or something. I don't know. Whenever somebody does a super chat, or maybe I'll do like a break dance move or something. Maybe I should do that. What do y'all think? All right. Just know this is a welcome distraction from the news. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I've been glued on the news and everything going on. Like, believe it or not, and I'm not gonna get too much into it. There is a riot going on literally right down the street from me, and it is insane. There's just so much stuff going on. It really is. I mean, it's a crazy time, crazy time right now. I don't want to get too deep into that, but you guys stay safe out there. A lot's about to go down, or it already is, as you guys have seen. Just be safe out there, please. You're protesting, anything like that, just yeah, do it safely. So that's all I'll say. I don't want to make this video, too much on that. But your famous head spin with the horn blowing. Yeah, I guess that would be cool. Or I'll just do like a different. I mean, I can do more than head spins. I can flip. I can do this move called flares, the gymnastics move. I can do windmills. I might do that. Anytime I get a super chat, maybe like for the next chat next week, I'll clear my apartment out, make some room. Maybe anytime I get a super chat, I'll do a cool breakdance move. How about that? I think that'll be fun. And I need to get back in shape. I'm getting all fat and stuff. I need to go back to the gym, start dancing again. I realized yesterday I did a photo shoot for this dance team that I'm joining, and I fell, and I was like, man, I just realized I haven't really done a ton of practicing. I started working out again, but I haven't done a ton of practicing for like 2 months. So I gotta get back to it. Otherwise, I'll get fat. But the upside down spin is wild. I might do that. All right, I'm here in Tampa, well, down the street from Busch Gardens. Yeah, I actually started working at Busch Gardens. You see what happened to, what is that, the marathon over there and over on Fowler? They burned down the entire Champ Sporting Goods. They looted the place over there. It's insane. Tampa is, yeah, but I'm not surprised. Super chat is not available on every browser. Yeah, that's true. I don't know why. I don't know what's up with that, but careful what you ask for. What do you mean? Careful what you ask for. I'm so confused. All right. Curious, you have any knowledge on refunds? Since your channel is about cruising, has anybody mentioned that they got refunds from Princess and the claim is over 60 days and waiting? I've heard people getting refunds with Royal Caribbean and Carnival. Has anybody on here got anything from Princess Cruise Lines? Anybody out here or know anything about it? You can use an emoji. Yeah, I gotta look into the emoji stuff. I really do. Mike, oh, thank you so much for the super chat. I like the superhero thing. That's cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mike. Oh, what's that? Michael. Michael O. Will you join cruises again? Like I always say, the money got to be right. I'm not getting on another cruise ship if the money's not right. I will never work on a cruise ship again if the money and the conditions aren't right. All right, is it just me or the only one that won't travel without extra insurance? Yeah, people. Yeah, that's definitely gonna change after cruising starts back up. It will change. I think there's pent up demand for going on a trip soon. Once all is cleared up, watch out, lines will be long. Yeah, but it's just trying to figure out if the cruise lines, reduce their capacity, what's going to determine who gets on board and who doesn't get on board. I know personally, I in the past like maybe 5 6 years, I have not been home this long for I don't know how long. I really don't. I usually typically travel at least out of the country or someplace every other month. So yeah, I'm losing my mind right now. I'm trying to travel. I got 2 flights to Europe that I have to rebook and transfer around. So yeah, I need to travel too. I love travel. That's the thing. Like even with this YouTube channel, I tell people all the time, I don't have some obsession with cruise lines. I love travel. And to be honest, I figured we start small or whatever. I like the ship stuff. I like cruising, but I love just travel. Maybe at some point, I'll make another YouTube channel someday, or maybe bring it in because I'm the same guy. Like even though people do cruising, to me, cruising is a very safe route. It gives you a taste of like travel a lot of the time. I'm the guy that likes to just like kind of bounce around and be in France or Ireland. So I like being out there for a couple weeks and just going on adventures. I enjoy that. But cruising, and I love the water. So I've been on my boat, like, I don't know, like every day. I'm actually getting ready to go fishing after I get done with this, which I'm really excited about. I need it. I need the wind down. So yeah. All right, let's see. Thank you for your YouTube. Thank you so much. No, I appreciate you guys. Without your support, my YouTube channel is literally nothing. All right, guys. So I got a couple more minutes. I'm only gonna do an hour today, and then we'll go from there. But like I said, every Sunday, guys, we do 3 p.m. unless something changes. Every Sunday we're doing a live stream. It's something chill for everybody, and we can get caught up, especially with everything going on lately. Is it just me, or am I the only one? Oh, I think we already read that one. Okay. We read that one. Carnival was like 90 days for the refund. Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, every cruise line is like taking their sweet time with the refunds, but I know that makes a lot of people very angry because they're like, well, they took our money in like a minute, but now we gotta wait. But also, you're talking about these cruise lines have to dispense like millions and millions of dollars. On top of that, it's not just so cut and dry as cruise lines getting paid. They pay the port fees and all that other stuff. So it's a lot. It really is. All right. Let's see. Want to go home? Wow. Are you stuck on the ship? You want to go home? Thank you for the responses. Thank you for the great video. So interesting to see behind the curtains view. Thank you. I try not to be so much behind the curtains all the time because honestly, I'm not on the ship. I just do my best to kind of give as much validated information. And then my opinion, because I've worked on ships, I think could be, somewhat valuable to a lot of people because you typically don't hear a lot of crew members speaking out on what it's really like working on board cruise ships. So I think it's important. RCL canceled cruise on March 25th and received the full refund 42 days later. Yeah, it's over a month. That's a while. It really is. I'll never cruise without trip into, what's that? Oh, insurance. Okay. No, that makes sense. It makes sense. Oop. All right, where you go fishing at? I was just at Courtney Campbell a few hours ago. I typically go out by, what's that place? Have you ever heard of Williams Park? Over Beer Can Island? I was actually there yesterday. We were out there until like 1 a.m. It was crazy. Fishing in the middle of the night. First time doing that. That was my first time fishing. I almost caught 2 fish. My other friends didn't catch anything. But yeah, usually we go out to Williams Park and then we just drive out to like Beer Can Island, if you know where that is. So, All right. Thank you so much for the live. So, yeah, best wishes. Thank you so much. Guys, I'm going to get ready to go here in a minute. Let me see if I can kind of speed round through this real quick. All right. How likely do you see a cruise in Europe happening in August 2020? I don't see that happening. Europe is just as bad as the US, and they might end up just following the US first, see how they do it, and then they might operate after that. So, because I've heard a lot of rumors and stuff, people talking about Europe not happening at all in 2020. Yeah, guys, before we go, smash that like button. I appreciate it. All right. Do you think there'll be medical restraints for diabetics? Probably. I think for anybody in medical, unfortunately, I don't think they'll discriminate, but they'll try to put some restrictions on people that already have underlying health conditions. All right. Yep, whack that like button, guys. I'm getting ready to get out of here. Before you do, hit the like button. All right. If I don't pay full amount for the cruise line cancels my cruise, do you think I'll still pay a full amount to get my 125, or would I miss out? That's a good question. I mean, I don't think you'd miss out, but I think that whenever cruise lines return, the prices are going to be ridiculous. You know, they're either going to like either bump up the prices when cruising first returns or at some point after. You know, so that cruise credit might end up being useless. When will cruising start again? I'm still saying August, September at the earliest. Do you have contact details? Can I reach you? Have some, yeah, look, this video is going to be processing, but look at one of my older videos. I have my email there, and I still got to catch up on that. I have my email. I have my Facebook group. If you join me on Facebook, just reach out to me on a private message, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Have a blessed week. Yeah, everybody, seriously. Let me see if there's one more thing. Nope, that's it. All right, guys. So I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I hope all of you are doing well. Thank you so much for tuning into the live stream. Seriously, I appreciate it. I'm going to try my best to put up more videos this week, given that nothing crazy happens. Like I said, there is a riot literally down the street from my house. So I'm going to figure out what's going on with that. And yeah, you know, everybody stay safe. Seriously, protect yourselves. And yeah, that's it. Yeah. So like I said, guys, before you get out of here, smash that like button, and I'll see all of you tomorrow. Take it easy, all right? Yeah, and my hoodie, but yeah, I ship worldwide. Okay, you might have to pay a you know, international shipping fees. I'm just being real about that. But if anybody, yeah, to ship internationally, it costs me a lot of money. So I try my best to make it, you know, at least possible for everybody that wants something over in like India or the UK. I do my best. So yeah. Anyway, guys, take it easy, be safe, and I'll see all of you tomorrow with my video. All right? Bye. Well, as soon as I can close this thing out, give me a second.